everybody, welcome back to Horton's Flower Farm. If you don't already know me, my name is Claudette and I own and operate a U-Pick flower farm in Zone 7B, Long Island, New York. So today is the big before day. Today is the day before the grand opening of the season. So if you watched my last video, you saw how things weren't growing and I was really worried I was going to cancel the opening. I decided to open it because I pinched back every single zinnia, and I'm going to take you over there, and a whole new bloom of zinnias came in. It's looking good. I actually was crazy enough to count the flowers to see how many bouquets I can make, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So I'm confident that I have enough for people to come. So I'm going to show you around just a little bit to show you the growth on the plants, to why it is that I'm opening. Now a lot still are not open. I didn't video this, but I had somebody here from the Cornell Cooperative looking at my plants, testing the soil. We were talking about fertilizers and things like that. So he actually said my plants look pretty good. He said the pH maybe is a little bit low. So I'll have the results back in a week and I'll know exactly what's going on in the soil, because I did not test the soil earlier in the season, which I should have, but I did today. So we're gonna find out, and that'll be awesome. Okay, so let me show you around as to why I decided to open up the farm tomorrow for my first U-Pick. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna pan the farm right now, just so you can see what everyone will see when they walk in. So as you can see, when you walk in, it does look pretty beautiful. I'll show you the rows back there, as you can see, that are not really blooming yet, but I have a lot of zinnias and a lot of other flowers, so let's go through them. Okay, so the row of zinnias here are looking awesome. And on Sunday, which was a week ago, I pinched back every single flower. There were no flowers left, and this is what opened in a week, so it looks amazing. And this is the smaller variety here. I forget what it was called, but I'll show you the Benari Giants down here, how beautiful they're looking. So let me just show you how big these are, and they look super healthy. See, look at how big they are, super healthy. Now the bottoms of them, yes, are getting the black spot, and we are treating with the fungicide, and it's going to be treated every week. So this is the zinnia row. The next row, I have some beautiful yarrow, so that'll be really pretty for people to pick, is the yarrow. And when I come down here, I have some echinacea. They're not looking the best. They looked better last week. So, you know, you might be able to find a couple stems in there. They're okay. You know, some kids might pick them. You know, kids like to just pick the flowers, so they might get picked. And then when we come down here, the ageratum. Okay, so my coleus here is growing. It's not ready yet. You'll see some of it here didn't do as well as I wanted. Hopefully it'll bounce back. But the ageratum is looking great. So let me just pan it this way. You can see how nice and tall it is, because you get a better perspective down here. So look at the stems. They are looking great. So that's awesome. So I have zinnias here, ageratum, and some yarrow. Now when we come across here to the next row, these were the rudbeckias I did from plugs. So they're behind, but actually I'm okay with that because it's kind of like a succession planting. So here I have some dill, and I love the dill. This reseeded itself from last year. Look at how big and beautiful that is. It's like a big spark, you know, firework. And then the rudbeckia. If you watched my last video, you saw that I did a really hard cut on the rudbeckias. I'll just show you. You can see how hard I cut these as to not get that powdery mildew, so it would tell the plant to put more blooms on. So that was really good. And the gentleman I had here today said that's really good to do the hard cut. So you can see I cut them here, but I'm still getting like nice blooms. So in here, like, you'll find some nice blooms. Like this one just bloomed. This one's looking good. So, you know, there's some that with the rudbeckia, that's how it is. Some of them, like, look, this one's past its prime, but then you have like other ones in there looking nice. So they're just, you got to go through them to find the good ones. I have some of the other varieties. That's either the Sahara or the, I forget the name of it, but that's the other variety. There's the cherry brandies in there, a couple. So yeah, look at the rudbeckia. There's some Irish eyes in here, and then some doubles here. Some doubles looking really pretty. So that's the rudbeckia. Okay. To the farm, because you can't pick off of everything, I'm gonna have to tell them. So the celosia is small, so I'm just walking to it now, and I'm gonna pan down so you can see how tiny that is. It's pretty tiny. You know, if I put my hand here, you see how tiny that is. Not tall. So I have 2 rows of celosia. Yeah, the one's behind me. I'm like, where's the other row? It's behind me here. So I'm gonna tell the people that they cannot pick off the celosia, and what I'm gonna tell them is I'm gonna take a stem of probably zinnia and say, this is how tall a flower needs to be. The celosia is not ready to be picked because it's too small. Like if they go over to it, it's really too small for them to even like, they'll know. I'm not really worried about that. I don't think anyone's gonna cut it. It's not gonna fit in the jar. It's too small. Okay, so the snapdragons, the snapdragons, which I said I wasn't gonna plant this year, and I did, and yeah, I'm not gonna plant them next year, but I planted them this year. Hopefully they'll bloom a little later. Okay, let's pan down here to the salvia that I planted from seed. It's salvia blue. It's looking pretty, so this can be cut off of. So this looks really pretty. I love the salvia blue. It's such a delicate flower. This is my first year planting it, so I'm really liking what that looks like. Okay, there's a couple status blooming here. So if they want to pick the status, that's fine too. It's hopefully going to get going. So that's this row. Now when we go to the next one, I have marigolds, which are not, I'm going to show you. They're probably next week, they're going to be gorgeous here, but these ones, you know, like a little bit, a couple stems. This variety here, I think it's the white swan. I don't know if it's the white swan. You guys, I forgot where I planted it, but it's like that yellowy white. They're short. There might be able to get a stem or two. Like if you went down to here, you could probably get that stem off. So let me just show you, but they're a little bit short. So hopefully they will get bigger next week. Okay, so to the gomphrena, which was gorgeous last year. Once it fills in, it'll be pretty again, but it's short. Let me show you how short it actually is, some of this. So at the front row here, I don't know what happened to it. It's like super short. Look at it, to my hand. When I get down here, you can see the stems are getting a little bit longer. This one's fallen down. It's a windy day here today. So, I mean, look, they're coming along. I think in 2 weeks again, they'll be beautiful. But, you know, if someone wants to come and pick one like this, that's totally fine. I mean, I'm not going to tell them not to pick it because the gompphrenas usually give me so many blooms. I have way too many than I need, which is why I only did did I do a half a row? Yeah, I did a half a row this year. Okay, so back to the verbena, which I'm so excited about because they are so tall. They are probably they're like 3 feet high. So this is really cool. And I didn't have them last year on the farm. So as you can see the row all the way back? They're really, really pretty. So look at them next to me. They come up to my waist. So they're really pretty. I'm excited. I'm going to zoom in on them just so you can see how pretty and delicate those flowers are. Really, really pretty. Okay, so to the next row. The next row are the zinnias, which they weren't direct seeded. These, if you remember my other videos, I direct seeded and had like a 20% germination. So these I ended up growing myself from seed, and they were succession planted in. So they're getting going. There's a second row there. So if you're wondering, yeah, I have over here too. So this is a full row. These are 2 100-foot rows. So I have 3 100-foot rows of zinnias this year. Every year I've added an extra 100-foot row, and you know what? Next year I'll probably add another 100-foot row. I love zinnias, and everybody loves them, so they're awesome. So they'll get going, hopefully. So as far as my dahlias, they're getting going too, but slow, slow, slow. That's the theme here. So, I mean, tiny, you could see. So we have to just wait for them. Sunflowers. The sunflowers are not ready. And I don't think they're going to be ready next week either. So here's my plan. I have a plan. You know what? It's funny because last year I was very worried about the sunflowers when they weren't in bloom. I didn't succession plant them like perfectly last year. And at the end of the season, I ran out. It was probably late September. So I went and I got some sunflowers from another farmer, wholesale, and I told my customers, I ran out of sunflowers. You can, pick them here. They're already pre-picked and you can put them in your bouquet. And actually, not a lot of people even cared about the sunflowers. So I spent the money to buy them and people just didn't care. They wanted to just be out here and pick the other things. So you put a lot of pressure on sunflowers, but they actually didn't care. But I still might get a couple tomorrow because it's opening day and I'm like, my sunflowers. But let me just show you, they're coming along. You could see, I think that's probably 2 more weeks. This is the first succession planting here. Right to here is the first succession. This one's my second one down here. And if you're wondering if they're the same varieties or not, I did it, I think I did every succession. I put 4 different types. I put peach, orange, white, and maybe red, I think it was. So there's going to be a nice variety when it blooms in succession. There's going to be 4 different varieties blooming. So that's 1, 2. Down here, I won't go all the way, I'll just show you. Down here is 3 to here, I think. This is 4, succession 4 is about there. And then last week I put succession 5 there, back here. Okay, and those will get me all the way through September, so mid-September. And then I have an awesome plan for more sunflowers. I'm going big. You go big or you go home for the fall, because last year I wasn't able to open the farm in October. I had to have surgery, so it was a big thing and I was sad. But this year we have 3 rows back there and they're 50-foot rows. I just ordered $40 worth of sunflowers, 750 sunflowers, which will bloom late September to October. It's going to be gorgeous. So that's the plan, is to till that up in 2 weeks. I'm timing it out so that it blooms late September into the first 2 weeks of October. So that's awesome. Okay, so on to the cottage garden, which is coming along. We said it was small, and it is. And, if I look at other flower farmers and compare myself, I'm like, mine is so small, but it's just what it is this year, and it's going to be pretty when it's in full bloom. So you can see the beds are filling out. That's bed 1. The thing that's not working is, look at my vine. This is the purple bean vine. And it's like, look, there's another one here. They are just not growing. And that is a prolific grower. Like, they're supposed to go like out of control, crazy, like just go insane. And they are just, they are so tiny. Look at this, like not even going anywhere. So will they be arched up this season? I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe like October 31st, I'll have an arch for like 1 day. But again, even in here, it's like, look at it, it's so tiny. So, but let's check out the beds and, whoops. All right, guys, so I want to show you, look at how tiny, this celosia is not even the size of my finger. It's like super tiny. So we're adding lots of fertilizer to help it grow. I added a couple more plants in here. One of my farmers who sells plants, he's done for the season, and he had these left over, and he said, I can't sell them. I kind of neglected them. So he said, take them. So I'm going to cut them because they were free. And also this salvia here, he also gave me these. He gave me about 20. So I put them in the bed, and I was like, all right, awesome. Oh, look at this, Zinnia. Oh, there's like 3 there. That's why it looks so pretty. I was like, wow, is that one plant? So that's looking good. Let's see. So yeah, looking good here. When we come over here, it's growing. It's filling out a little bit. And so are the weeds. What else is new? The weeds are filling in here. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, let's see. Is that a double click? Look at that. The celosia, the Cosmo. Look at how pretty. Yeah, there's another one I planted in. So this is looking good. And again here, look, finally the nasturtium is getting going, and I'm hoping it's growing up. But this is so funny. Look at this. The weed back there, the vine weed, which I hate everywhere and have to pull, it's growing up my arch, and I don't care because I just want something growing up my arch. So go for it, weed. I'll allow it. All right, so when we come over here, again, I planted, there's the nasturtium, and this was the free plant that I planted in the salvia here. So, okay, if you're looking at it and you want to guess plants in there, you can. There's a lot of everything in here. Hey guys, so it's opening day and we're excited. We have a couple customers who are booked to reserve the spot to come. The weather's nice today. It's about 85. It's pretty humid out, so it's looking good. Tomorrow it's looking like a lot of rain, so I'm hoping that a lot of people come today. We have people reserved for tomorrow, but those are probably going to be canceled unless something changes, but we'll see. It's been a little quiet here now, so hopefully things will be ramping up soon. We're ready for opening day. Kenny, what are you selling here?
We're selling ice cream.
How much is it?
$3.
What kind you got?
So we got a ball
What is that, an ice cream sandwich?
and
And a cone? All right, looks good. So we had people picking already, as you can see. So, you know, you have so many flowers, you don't think you have enough, and it looks like nothing was even picked. So it's going good, and I hope more people come because I do have so many flowers. We advertise, I put balloons out. Actually, the one thing I didn't do is I wanted to put those signs that you stick in the ground on the road, on the main road, and I forgot to order those. So when I get those next week, hopefully that will help drive more traffic here. So yeah, we'll see, guys. I'll let you know at the end of the video how much we made the whole weekend, so you can, you know, guess and see. But yeah, we're hoping that it's a good opening day and opening weekend. To show you, I put signs on each one so everybody knows what's in the row. There's Rodham, Celotias, and if there was more than one like this one, I put Celotia and Rebecca. This one I put Snapdragon, Salvia, and Status, and Marigolds, and yeah, my Gumbrina and Verbena, and zinnias and sunflower. So yeah, I made the cute little signs. So yeah, I'm at the back of the farm now, so I'll show you what it looks like if you're at the back. I'll just pan back. It's pretty. It's looking good. Okay, guys, so in the cottage garden, I just put little signs here that say cottage garden and no cutting, just so they know that. And I tell them as they come in that there's a cottage garden, there's no cutting back here, but it looks pretty. And I just want to show you the new benches that my husband built them last night, and they look really cute. I got them on Amazon, and they were, I think they were only like $99 each, or maybe $125, but they're really pretty. They have like that natural wood look, so it looks really, really cute. I'll back up so you can see the whole thing one more time. Isn't that pretty? So people can sit here. All right, so Saturday opening day is done. I'm sitting down finally and relaxing under my awning in front of my trailer. What you're seeing behind me is the farmer that I rent the land from. Those are his greenhouses, not my greenhouses. I didn't put up greenhouses in the last couple weeks. Okay guys, so it was day one. It was pretty quiet. We had, I think, just 5 bouquets sold. We made like $115. You know, it was hot. We did a lot of promoting. We did promotions on Instagram and Facebook, and we had 700 people give us their names and emails for coupons to come to the farm. All right, guys, so it got a little noisy there. My husband decided to mow as I was recording. So basically I was saying we did a lot of promotion. 700 people signed up for name and emails with $10 off coupons. So there's 700 people more than that know about us than last year. And probably I only had one person today come redeem that coupon. Now I do have other people who are signed up for other weeks, but I think that a lot of the promotion I need to really email blast people because I have their emails now, and I think people just need to be reminded to come and use those coupons. Marketing is really hard because even though now I have that's a lot of people, 700 people to give a name and an email. And, you know, opening weekend, I had this kids' day plan, and nobody even really came for that. So it's kind of disheartening. You know, you have all these flowers, you work so hard. I spent so much money on advertising, weeding. You know, this was a big year spending on everything that I wanted to spend on to make it absolutely perfect. So it's only week 1. The only thing is tomorrow, it's looking like a real washout, a lot of rain. So I think tomorrow's not going to be a go. And I did have like 3 or 4 people signed up, so that would have been money in my pocket. That probably isn't going to happen. Hopefully they do come back and reschedule. So I guess what my takeaway is from this is it's week 1 and I don't give up. Oh, the sun came out behind the cloud. I'm doing everything that I wanted to do, everything that I didn't do last year, between the marketing, between the weeding, everything that I wanted to do, I'm doing. So I am doing my absolute best. And I think now I just need to follow up with those people who gave emails. I need to keep posting on the groups, and I have to keep letting people be aware that I'm here. Because I'm not on the main road here, so if you're not familiar, which if you're not from Long Island, probably you're not familiar, that we have a road called Sound Avenue, and that is the one road that runs through all of the North Fork of Long Island, and I am just south of that road. So if I was on that road, people would definitely just see this farm and pull over, but I am not on the main part of the road. So I have to put signs on that part of the road, and I did last year. I don't know even if you're allowed to, but they told me you can put on the corner and then, see what happens. But yeah, so it's a lot more difficult to let people know that we're here. So it's really just my second year open. I'm hoping word of mouth. One of the local flower farms that does the sunflower festivals, they started the same way. They're not on the main road, and then a couple years in, they're like huge now. Everybody knows about them. I hope that's me, guys. I'm not going to give up. So the takeaway from this video is, really go for it, don't quit, and we'll see what happens next week. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, there'll be a continuation of this video. And actually, I will continue. I'm going to show you what the weather is like tomorrow. So I'm going to take a little bit of video. We'll see if there's more to this video tomorrow, if it ends at a $115 weekend. All right, guys, so now we're going to go celebrate my husband's birthday. He worked hard today. I didn't want him to do anything today, but he didn't listen and he just kept doing stuff. But he said it was okay. All right, so we're going to have a fun dinner. There's a really cool barbecue place in the area that we're going to check out tonight. We're going to watch the sunset at the beach. So I think it's going to be a fun night, because that's also why we do it. We're out here to run the farm, but then we're out here to enjoy our summer and our life with our kids. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. It's like 7 in the morning, and what happened was we ran outside because the rains are coming in like 10 minutes, and we just harvested like crazy. So I'm going to be putting these in buckets now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sell bouquets at home. So I'm going to show you some bouquet making later on.